you have lower back pain that has been constantly bugging you? Tried a few methods to alleviate the pain, but it just didn't work. Consulted doctors and chiros, but the pain never went away. Well, injury rehab is a process that requires patience and a calibrated approach. No one should be living with such a pain. At FitLuc, our trainers are certified and sports science trained. We work together closely with medical professionals to formulate a structured approach. We are happy that pain becomes bearable and most slowly went away. Let's hear from our clients their inspiring stories.
So actually, prior to this, I was finding a lot of different places to fix my back. So long story short, to give you a little background, I have been having back issues for almost 3 years or even 4 years. A long time, I can imagine. And I was limping around for a while, and for me, the quickest solution is to actually get some pills or Croxia from a doctor. So I spent almost 2.5 to 3K over this period of time to actually try to fix my back, but to no avail. So I was kind of giving up here and there. I tried chiropractic, I've tried trainer, I've tried osteopathy, orthopedic, various different things, and I realized that my issue is probably here to stay. It's quite chronic. I've also had some good friends that actually offered to help me out, but this time I was training at Sandbox, a stunt area, and I was so fortunate to meet Lucas over here, and he dragged me over and said, hey, why don't you give it a shot? Might be able to help you. So I think it's been a while, and he has been really drilling it in, helping me out of it, cracking me up, and actually slowly going through the whole process of rehab. So I've been very impatient. I've been like, okay, maybe this is just pain, I want to get through it. I neglected the fact that we need to build foundation. So Lucas was very kind to bring me down and say, hey, stop everything, let's go slow, let's take things one at a time and what your body can actually handle as of now. So it's been great. Lucas has been very patient, and he's been guiding me also mentally, say, hey, go slow, because I really just want to push. And I'm not sure what exercises work for me, because to me it's all about aesthetic. You want to look good, you want to have upper chest, you want to have abs, but a lot of these things can't come without proper foundation. So I think he's very aware of it, and throughout his personal training course and his period, he made sure to hey, try this, and try to cater to what I actually need. And for that, I really appreciate. Yes. So how do I put it? I've seen many doctors, and many doctors are like, okay, maybe you can quote me on that, or maybe I misunderstand, but they were like, hey, you're feeling unwell, let's not move this for a while. Don't work out for this, or don't push. But it becomes a vicious cycle, because it becomes a mentality whereby I am sick, I'm in pain, let's not exercise. But when you don't exercise, you don't strengthen the core, it becomes a vicious cycle of eternal pain. And maybe I cannot speak for the doctors, maybe they mean something else, because I do have doctor friends. But for us as people who are unwell or maybe sick or in pain, it's really in our hands, and we are also fortunate to have people to help us in this. So it's a discipline, it's a self-discipline, and a form of self-respect. So if you can actually push it, you can do it. I would highly encourage.
So it's been 4 months since I started training at FitLuc. So basically, I'm an individual with implants and injuries. So I have to be really careful with the kind of exercises I engage in. With the help of Brandon, obviously I progressed, much fitter, much stronger. But more importantly is no back injuries, no back pains, and rely lesser on therapies. Why FitLuc? I think number one is definitely safety, second assurance, and third very professionalized and specialized in what they do. Particularly for people with injuries, I think we are quite afraid to start getting hurt again. So the guys here are definitely very patient and professional in what they do. I think exercising and training is still important. I mean, being part of a healthy lifestyle is still quite critical. But even with injuries, with supervision, direction, and professional advice, you can still go on into fitness. Okay, I think my sincere advice is for anyone with implants or going through post-op and procrastinating because of all the concerns and fear, probably do try a trial at FitLuc and experience for yourself how the guys here are professional in helping you to get fit.
Last year, I experienced like a nerve pain along my right thigh for about 8 months before going to the specialist, and then I found out that my spinal disc actually broke and something that flowed out from the spinal disc actually pressed onto my nerve. So I had to do some surgery on it. Actually I did, because during my injury, actually I also went for like an online PT, but I felt that like because of my the nerve and like lower back pain, it really prevented me from doing those exercises. And because my PT only shows me like the videos of how it should be done and they are not together with me, so I didn't want to really further injure myself, which is why I couldn't really keep to the routine that they prescribed for me. Because of my back injury, I was not supposed to sit for more than 1 hour. Actually, so before the start of school, because I just started school in August, right, I had to stand up every 1 hour and so. But now I think like even when I sit for about 2 hours, there's no like lower back tightness or pain. Yeah, so I think that would be a good progress and a good indicator of like how much maybe my core have actually strengthened. At first, I thought that training with injuries is quite dangerous. I think for people who are training with injuries, preventing further more injuries is very important. So I think having a trainer with me actually really helps me to do the workouts better and sort of like instill confidence in how I'm working out. For people with injuries, I think if they are starting out first, I think training with trainers is very important. Okay, I think the first one would be my squats. Because previously when I had a personal trainer in Shanghai, I did my squats, but I think that my form was wrong, because whenever I squat, I tend to push my butt outwards. So I think it led to some like tightness in my back, which I found it uncomfortable. My trainer Marcus helped me to actually elevate my squats so I could do with the correct form. I think for people with post-op, I would actually recommend someone who is equipped with the knowledge to actually understand first their injuries, which is important, so that the trainers or like their personal trainer could actually help to prevent them. And in my situation, for example, my trainer Marcus will monitor after this exercise, do you feel like any uncomfortable feelings in your back, so which I think is very important, especially for those who have injuries or like post-operation they are recovering from it. Instead of like seeing it as an expense, I sort of saw it more of like an investment, because surgeries are expensive and it's not very and it cannot be compared to like having PT, because surgery I think costs like about 40k and plus, and if you compare it with like your PT is very how to say, like 划算. Yeah, then also I think having strength training improves your overall being, not just your health. I mean like your confidence also, and in other areas of life. I think it improves like every other aspect.
Turn that pain into power and that power into growth. If you always wanted to carry out your daily activities pain-free and get rid of nagging pain, FitLuc is here for you. We will teach you the proper ways to engage the correct muscle groups and alleviate the pain. Thank you all for watching this video. Do remember to like, share and subscribe, and let's get that FitLuc together.